always lead, never follow. And I guess you guys have a sense of that of all our products, because the first thing you say, well, Monster has come up with a cable, a headphone, a power product. The first thing you say is, what's different? You know, what did they do better? What did they innovate? And you know, so we've taken that and really captured that as an always lead, never follow. We're not going to chase somebody else's product. We're never making a Me Too product. And you'll see that in some of the products that we'll show you today, that we are indeed doing new things. So keep that in mind as we go through that. And we highlight some of the things that we've done in the past where we've shown some great innovation. And thanks to all of you, you've helped us bring that to the public. So CES 2010, what's the first thing I should show? Well, can't forget we're in the cable business. So we continue to lead in HDMI, and I'm going to show you and prove that to you. You know, last year we talked about innovation and the need for speed, and how all of these technologies in the TV and source arena will continue to drive up speed. And at that point, everybody was just coming off HDMI 1.3, and you know, we're getting killed on the blogs and internet. So, well, you don't need any of that stuff. You don't need higher performance cables. You know, a low performance cable is good enough. And we said no, because innovation will continue to drive digital performance. So just like your Ethernet cable needs a bigger pipe, so does HDMI. So we introduced new speed rated this last year, and we took our cables up to 15.8 gigabytes. From a standard of 10.2. And now at this show, you're going to see, if you haven't already seen, from some of the manufacturers, 3D. And we love 3D. And not because it's 3D. Why do I love 3D? Yeah, more bandwidth, 240 hertz. Out of a Blu-ray player. Oh, I love all those manufacturers that you guys write about. I love all those players, because you will need a need for speed. And I hope that when you write about it and advise consumers that when they install a cable in the wall, you need the highest bandwidth cable, because if you decide to take that flat screen and make it a 3D and try to change that Blu-ray player into a 3D player, and maybe that cable won't work because it's a 10-foot cable and you don't have enough bandwidth, don't blame the player. Don't blame the TV. Blame that cheap-ass cable you bought. Let that be a lesson to you. Okay, and that's why we chase innovation. We always strive to be the best. And if you calculate these different speeds, we showed this at the New York show, and you actually do the math, and you look at 240 hertz 3D at 8-bit, that green section right there, read to the bottom at 1080p, that's 17.8 gigabytes. Folks, that's a lot of bandwidth. So we will keep chasing higher bandwidth as the industry keeps innovating for higher and higher speed, 4K by 2K. You read about it. I just saw Extreme Digital with Sherlock Holmes. It was fantastic. I can't wait to get Extreme Digital wall-to-wall picture in my house, in my living room. Oh, I'll sit back. Oh my God, I'm in London. But that's the vision, isn't it? We have that technology. In fact, the movies are being rendered. One day we'll be able to play that at home. So these things that are pushing technology will become a reality. So last year we introduced our Cable for Life guarantee. How meaningful is that to the consumer? That says, if you buy a Monster 1000 cable, that we will guarantee it for life. So if it ever runs out of steam, we're going to replace it. Is that a great consumer guarantee? Let's give that some appreciation there. Because we have to stand behind those products. So we introduced a new need for speed. It means more now than ever before. So we design above the standard. When the standard comes out, we're always above it. And one of the things that we do when we're designing these new bandwidths that are above standard, people say, well, how do you know it's 15.8? Well, we have all our cables tested by Simplay, and they verify that performance. So it's just not advertising. It actually gets tested for that bandwidth. And I'd like to introduce to you one of our partners, Mr. Joseph Elias from Simplay Labs, to talk about his certification program. Joseph, come on up.